Okay. And hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another one of these late night streams we're going to be conducting here on the Overanalyst channel. Just a way for me to decompress at the end of the day and dive back into Remnant, a game I've been absolutely adoring. Now, my campaign, our co-op campaign with Potato, is progressing at a really solid clip, and currently has about 25% the last world's worth of the main campaign, or base game, left to go, and then the DLC planet. But that's not to say we've run out of things to explore on our own through adventure mode, however. No. Because you see, we're effectively done with everything we can do on Cultist for the time being in the main campaign, and we've still not gotten everything major we can acquire on Earth, meaning both of those planets are still ripe for the exploring over in adventure mode. So we're going to start this stream out, as most of my late night or solo Remnant streams have, with one more run through of Earth. I know, we've seen a lot of it, but it is a planet with a lot of armor, a lot of weapons, a lot of random events for us. This is the last planet we've yet to explore with Potato Yasha. And Racem is the DLC world. So, let's go ahead and roll up Earth. And travel to the city. While we're here, I also want to experiment with our new AoE pistol that we, the Hive Cannon, I think they call it, that we forged from the remains of the Xylis Princes, the really difficult world boss on courses that Potato and I brought down. Let me just make sure, because I know Seth was having audio issues earlier today. Yeah, all of my stuff is A-okay. In fact, maybe I'm just a bit too loud. Let me see here. That ought to do it. There we go. Okay. So, our Hive Cannon, which I've upgraded to a whopping +4, is already very powerful, and specializes in area of effect and corrosive damage. I'm gonna try breaking it in throughout this little patchwork of encounters. Now remember, what we really want here, well, there's two things we want. Three, sorry. We want to run into the Bandit King again so we can trade in the pocket watch we never use for bandit armor, since we can replace the pocket watch later anyhow. We want to encounter the Ent so we can gain its second boss weapon by blowing its legs out from under it. And we want to four things. One more dungeon with a root boss we've yet to encounter. And then, in the central plaza, we want to discover the roaming willow or roaming oak spawn that will apparently give us root armor if we wear the mask and speak to it. Okay, so who are our main baddies this time? The Tomahawk Throwers again, so does it maybe alternate or something? Not sure. Okay, so Hive Cannon's projectiles move really slowly, but they hit hard. Very hard when you consider this thing hasn't been upgraded all that much. Let's try wiggling our way on up through this parking garage. You know how it goes on Earth maps. It's usually a slow start, but then we get to dungeons and just loads of gear and trait points. Nothing up there, though. It's a little weird. Ah, wait. Our baddies are in here this time around. You see that, too? This weapon deals several distinct hits to enemies when it, directly hits or overlaps with their hitbox. So it is something of a scattergun, albeit one with a very tight spread, which is what I like in this type of weapon. Oof. Of course, when in doubt, beam rifle out. Okay, I think I do really like the Hive Cannon, and when we properly upgrade it to, like, at or around plus 10, which I think is the max for boss weapons, it should be pretty powerful. We're going to go back to our old faithfuls for now, though, just to get us through this safely and quickly. Ooh, that spear was a good choice. We're getting plenty of upper tier reinforcement items that hardened iron, which is something we definitely want. Oh, and frenzy dust. Potato will be happy to know we picked up some of that. It's a personal favorite of his, and has saved our bacon in hard mode a million times. There's that humming again. It has to indicate something. Like, you know, there's a skill book nearby, or a dungeon, or... It's gotta indicate something or another to the player. And alt fire is a beautiful corrosive AoE, which does work on the root, my god. But does it leave behind harmful corrosion, or can I safely move through this? Oh, I can move through it safely. That's pretty nice after seeing what those horrible corrosive bombs the Exilus Prince's specialized in did to us. Oh, is that the tree? Is that the tree we want? I think it might be. Certainly distinct enough, isn't it? Whoa! Did not see you coming. Okay, we've got iron. That's not half bad. That's gotta indicate... Oh! Oh, it indicates an, It indicates one of those crystals, one of our checkpoints nearby. And is this a ring we already have? Band of Castor. I don't know. No, that's a new one. It has a special effect when combined with the Band of Pollux, right? Which I think we already have? Yeah. Increases melee speed by 10%, but reduces fire rate by 15%. But while wearing the Band of Pollux, melee damage is increased by 10%, evade speed increased by 15%, and encumbrance reduced by 25%. They both boost our melee stats considerably. That's right. That's the gimmick of those particular items. But they weaken our ranged capabilities, which is not what you want in what's essentially gun souls, now is it? For certain builds, maybe it'd be worthwhile. You know, reduce your encumbrance, that way you can wear something heavier and tankier, like fully upgraded Veer armor, and just, like, plow through any significant threat. Speaking of... So if the pattern holds true, if we're seeing tomahawk throwers around, the elites we can expect around this world will be, brutes, archers, and the very odd AoE mage. Not many summoners or anything like that. Oh, they can indeed just sprout up from the ground. Oh, shoot, I just noticed I never remembered to unequip our shield mod. Well, we want to replace that with Breath of the Desert immediately, since it has been my go-to. Again, we shall not want for scrap. We may, in fact, need to scrounge up some more iron, given how expensive some of the more recent upgrades I've purchased have been, but our economy seems to be doing really well in every other regard, scrap especially. What is this? More frenzy dust. Alright, not gonna complain, that's pretty good. Beats having to spend money on it, right? Oh, and look at how good our stamina regen is. We may not have effectively infinite sprint, but we've got a very, very long duration for which we can sprint uninterrupted. And rolling? Yeah, we recover pretty quickly after rolling as well. Now if we just bulk up our main stamina stat to increase the length of that little bar, I think we'll be in a very good place moving forward. Okay, enough screwing around. Time to see what's at the left-hand side of the map and then on down. Or toward the center, sorry. Which reminds me, since I think this is going to be the tree, even though it's got garbage armor, let's go ahead and wear the twisted mask so we can speak to it. If, in fact, we can speak to it. Ah. I see archers over there. Is that the one we got, or wait? The hell is that? That's not Mudtooth's hideout. But neither is it the Cryptolith, I don't think so. Yeah, that might be the Oak. Hold on, we'll have to head this way. What does the Twisted Mask do? Oh, right, gives us like a damage bonus every few seconds while we're at full health. That's not terrible. I want to say the dungeon we haven't explored yet, that I know of for sure on Earth, is, another subway system. Even, with a build this refined, we do not want to be hit by an archer, because they can very, very, very easily, incite bleeding. Oh, good going Hive Cannon. Even if we don't hit a weak spot or get a critical, it deals tons of damage on a standard attack. Did our enemy drop a crystal? Nope, dang it. I think there's like a set percentage chance of one of those dropping out of any kind of elite enemy. Or maybe it's just elite. No, I don't think it's just elites in dungeons, is it? We've gotten them in the overworld before. Several times. Now, Potato mentioned earlier, like, if this is going to be the root armor we can get in the center of the map, it is not... Well, it's complicated, but it is essentially not the same armor set as the Twisted Mask. The Twisted Mask can be used as that set's helmet, but we'll get a separate helmet intended to complement the aesthetics of the Root Cuirass and boots, along with those items. Okay, this is one of the Warrens. Are we going to be fighting lots of tumbleweeds this time? The answer is usually yes. But I don't know. Let's have a look-see. Let's see what we're dealing with. Oh, yeah. Yeah, pretty sure this is the place with the, tumbleweed boss. Well, that's alright. We've got a beam rifle now that seems damn near optimized to take those things out. Hold on, let me take a drink here real quick. And yeah, here they come. Waves and waves and waves of tumbleweeds. Good news is, if I recall from my time with Potato, this is a little on the shorter side as dungeons go. Really dense with enemies, but not over long. The boss is just an ad fest, of course. But one of them where it actually works, because the boss itself is pretty simple and fairly frail. Oh, hi. Yep, they're going to be ambushing us from every angle. So, gonna have to be mindful of that. There we go. Hit ourselves with just a little corrosion, but absolutely devastated them with it. That's what we want. There we go. But of course, even more of them spawn, which is kind of the way in this dungeon. You're just constantly being attacked on all sides. It's an interesting dynamic, but a challenging one. Even at this level. Elite. What are the elites? Ah! Tumbleweed summoners. That are attacking very, very quickly. Jesus Christ! Not used to them being that fast. Usually, it feels like, in my hampered memory, that they cook it a little bit longer than that, but okay. We've got our skill book over here. Perfect. This is going straight into stamina once we're done here. Volatile detonators really aren't that bad. In fact, nothing much that's going to attack us here is going to be horrifying on its own, I don't think. And this just brings us around back to that bridge that we could have used to, well, bypass our useful upgrade item, I suppose, were we so inclined. Can we get anything by shooting these? No. Are there any unique destructibles, perhaps I've missed? Like these large pods? Like those, I mean? We'll see. Ah, that's the creature the boss is a superior form of. The tumbleweed. As long as we bring them down quickly enough, we have nothing to fear from them at all. And thanks to our stacking damage boost that this spear so kindly provides us, we can kill any of these little suckers in one hit. After the first one in a given encounter will take two, of course. Oh, Tormentor. Okay. That could be better. These things are nasty. If they manage to get a hit in, which they didn't. Also didn't manage to give us a damn crystal, though, so... Alright, can we destroy these sacks? No, we can't. Okay, not many destructibles in these more organic-looking root dungeons at all, then. Okay. Not much to comment on here. There's not a lot to this bit of the dungeon. We should be not all that far from the exit, however. Ah, is this a new ring or one we already have? Gunslinger's Charm? That is new. Alright. We'll check that out in just a moment. Just a moment, y'all. Hold on, sorry. Oh. Okay. Just one more. Having to communicate about my thesis defense. 1 second. Alright. Oh wait, we didn't check what the Gunslinger's Charm did now, did we? Increases fire rate by 15% and reload speed by 20%. That actually sounds super good, but my healing charm might be just a little bit better. Especially for this loadout that isn't super dependent on fire rate, as our main weapon is a continuous fire laser. Ah, another mage. We've got this one, though. It shielded all of the ads. Very feebly. Jesus Christ. Like to be able to dodge that once, thanks.
Come on.
Oof. Got a charger. Had a charger. And yet another mage. Oh, no, no, no. This is, a brute, or a variant of a brute. One I've only ever seen once before. Yeah, I remember him from one of the other late-night streams. Well, let's have a look. Even this super rare enemy did not drop a crystal for me. Pity. Whoa! There are hardly any problems that Breath of the Desert can't solve, I'm learning. At least not in these runs. In Mine and Potatoes campaign, on the other hand, it's just something handy to keep us alive more often than not. Scrap. Over 100 scrap, that ain't bad. Anything in here? Other than a tumbleweed? No. What do we have? Just a couple hundred more scrap. Fine. To the pile. And some easy, cheap upgrade materials. I think, yeah, we should be almost done. There will be one more massive courtyard to charge through, I think. Then we'll kind of transition into the boss arena. And this boss on this difficulty, solo with this gear, should be pretty damn easy, I would think. As we're not going to have to deal with the ammo woes that Potato and I did when we first came through her. Yep, here we go. Anything to scavenge in here before we head off? No. Ken Collar's Bell has to be something from the DLC, and maybe based on its design, like that four-tiered form with like the large circular engravings on each tier. Maybe it has something to do with the cryptolith. Maybe Potato was right and it is DLC related. Who knows? Ah, the artery. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This, then, is it the tumbleweed boss? Wait, yeah, it is. You just have quite a nice little procession leading up to its boss gate. Okay. I absolutely love these areas that have been totally overrun with root energy. The skies take on this beautiful, like, almost pinkish tone. Again, the autumnal, like, warm, inviting colors associated with the root make this landscape far more pleasurable than your typical, post-apocalyptic hellscape in Western fiction. And I greatly appreciate that. Alright, let's get locked and loaded. So step one, try to hit the boss with some corrosion, if we can. That'll get us that damage over time in on it. And now, with some rads. It'll bury itself periodically in order to call up, in Remnant tradition, even more ads. Oh, it didn't stay out for long that time, though. Oh, that's right, and you can stun it by running it into, hard surfaces. There we go, we'll make sure to keep it nice and poisoned while it's underground. Even though apparently it doesn't take any damage that way. Funny. Okay. Normally status effects, would damage other bosses, or several other bosses, even if they were, oops, off-screen. And now it grows and technically becomes a little bit easier to deal with. Much easier to run this thing into a wall. Let's finally take care of this stupid thing. Pop a heal, because why not? And once again, thank God for friendly fire. Oh God, it burrowed it. Oh, but we stopped it? Alright, not complaining. Whew. Just a little bit more fire, and it'll be down. There we go. Like I said, I didn't anticipate that one being super tough on our own. But we did well, nonetheless.
Oh, it's over.
I think I saw some iron somewhere around here we might want to pick up. Yeah, over there. There's some hardened iron, I think, that we wouldn't want to pass up. And how many trait points do we have? 3. Okay. Well, how much stamina do I have total presently? 120? Oh yeah, we're gonna crank that up. Because evasion seems increasingly important to this build. And so it looks like this might bring us out near the, what hopefully will be the tree. Hope we get at least the tree and the ent this time. That would be great. And do a lot to cross off some gear from our little scavenger hunt list. Where are we gonna spawn? Well, what on earth is this? I am not familiar with this place at all. This doesn't look like what we were hoping for. But at the same time, I'm not entirely sure which random event this is supposed to be. Is this just nothing? An empty plaza for once? Let's lay hands on this thing and get some more information. Yeah, the settlement. Is there supposed to be an NPC or something around here? Or some lore, or anything like that, really? Oh, wait a moment. This area looks totally empty. Huh, so I guess we kind of crapped out and got nothing, more or less. Unless, is there something up here? Anything at all? Oh, a chest. That's good enough, I suppose. Let me check our good friend the wiki just to see what's going on with this place. Nope. Okay, I found nothing at all. So, we will not be able to explain this place. It's just a wash, apparently. So we want to head south and then east, and who knows, maybe the tree is elsewhere. Time to hack our way through a whole lot more root enemies.
Stay down.
Oh, and we've got a brute over to the left. Okay, that'll be fun to deal with. Oh, and a skill book. Let's just get rid of these ads really quickly. Like so. Hopefully that'll stagger him. Or not. That did the trick, though. Alright, Hive Cannon, well done. Oh, and that one gave us a crystal. Well, no complaints here. Happy to have it. We got another trait point. I'll take it. Let's just hope and pray they don't give us Singe again, right? That'd make it 4-1 in favor of the dragon when we just really, really want Wood Cthulhu. Okay. Get some iron. Clear some ads. Oil skin. Not bad. See, I'm sure it's super boring to watch me climb through all of these old abandoned office buildings in search of scrap. But, on Earth, these locations are absolutely festooned with destructibles that might have decent upgrade materials inside, so you can never be too sure. And yeah, these tomahawk throwers with the large protrusions emerging from their back are, in fact, more resilient than the basic variant, these guys. I think that's the only difference between them, though. They don't seem much faster or more powerful. What's the large, like the very deep guttural snarling coming from? Are those the same units? I mean, I've noticed a lot of root units have unnaturally deep voices for their size, like the tumbleweeds. So maybe there's not a big nasty elite digging around somewhere. The real main attraction for tonight is going to be rolling courses and seeing some of the scores of dungeons on that planet Potato and I just happened to miss out on. Whoa. Okay, a lot of tomahawk throwers, nothing we can't handle. This may be the last time, or one of the last times I run Earth on stream, because I am afraid this tile set, along with ROM, might be getting a little boring for long-term viewers. Okay. We should be nearing our next set of dungeons, I think, or the other 2 dungeons on this world. Oh no, that probably means it's the Ash Yard up ahead, which means Singe. Again. Crazy, isn't it? There can be a 50-50 split between 2 bosses, and you get one of them a single time and the other 4. Lord almighty. Well, what's the other dungeon here, then? Oh, just a little short. Any other elites in the area, or was that it? I think that might have been it. Nope, one more in the office. 2, possibly. There we go. Finished that one in melee. Not bad at all. But there's another, which thankfully did not bleed us with that hit. That'll get him. Got it. And that one dropped a crystal. Nice. Even if our prizes are more humble this time, we are getting them all the same. From these pretty basic, easy Earth runs, you know? Let's get after it. Is that a root we're hearing, or like one of the mud dogs? Well, guard hounds. It's gotta be a root, right? Yep. Is there anything worthwhile up on the balcony? Usually there is, in this kind of setting. There'd be a chest or a skill book or something up here. Maybe not this time, though? Yeah, iron, that'll help. Oh, man, there's a whole pack of them in this building. But down they go, thanks to our trusty last harpoon. Or lost harpoon, rather. Okay, so it looks like, unfortunately, probably the Ash Yard to the south. And to the east, something else. Hopefully something new. Ooh, there we go. That barricade had a fair amount of scrap in it, didn't it? Looks like we're gonna have to fight our way through one more section of the city streets. Maybe. Unless this area is just more or less unguarded, which, hey, might be. Yep. Sewers again. So maybe this is something new. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Oh, is this the Cult of the Root dungeon again? Yes, it is. Well, while we can't get any new accessories this time, we can get some very, very easy XP by just cutting through the root nexuses and the cultist. So, yeah, let's take him to school. And get ready to fight a lot, and I mean a lot, of tumbleweeds in simple little boss fights. And tumbleweed summoners, of course. Unlike the shielded riflemen you can encounter sometimes out in the streets, shielded tumbleweeds with the mage's protection seem to lose that protection just as soon as they take a single hit of any kind. You'll forgive me if I kind of blow through this dungeon, but unfortunately it looks like we pulled nothing but stuff we're familiar with, so... let's get some skill points, let's get some health, and get out of here. Oh no, that's the summoner. They have very slightly different enemy models, I think. Yeah, there's a root nexus. If it's anything like the first time we came through Marrow Pass, there will be 2 of them in here. What is this, adrenaline? No, ammo box. Even better, because we desperately need them after the Excellus fight. So first things first. Let's go ahead and poison the damn thing. Oh, I just noticed. I thought you only get, charges towards your weapon's mod when you're using said weapon. But in fact, the offhand weapon receives a very slight charge to its mod meter with every successful launch of the other weapon's attack. Your equipped weapon's attack, I should say. Which is pretty cool. Root Nexus is almost down, and there we go. Not sure this dungeon will get us all the way to a new level with a new skill point, but it should get us close at the very least. Oh, there's the other one. Alright, let's get ready for it. Alright, that corrosion should do the job. Use those AoE properties to our advantage. Oh, Bad time to have to reload. Bad time to have to reload. That'll get rid of him, though. Excellent.
Oh, that was terrible.
And now we just have to find the cultist in the Sanctum and bring him down, which is pretty easy. Given that he's tanky, yeah, but just a human melee mob. And we'll be done here. Easy peasy. And oh yeah, take care of any tumbleweeds left roaming around. What's in the box? Scrap and very basic iron. And scrap. Okay.
That was not.
Enjoy the poison, buddy. And now a little radiation, and yeah, he's definitely in a poorly state here. And one of the easiest mini-bosses we've seen in the game so far, down for the count. Well, didn't give us quite enough to level up, I don't think, but we will dump what skill points we have into even more stamina. Now I guess there's nothing left to do but go confirm my suspicions / fears that we're gonna be up against Singe. Hope to be, you know, pleasantly surprised by the end. And after that, head on back to roll courses, which is what I'm really excited for, because there's scores of dungeons and encounters we can have there that we have not yet. So we're gonna go back to base, load into the settlement, and then head straight on down to that boss gate. Give me a moment, going to send one more message, because I'm scheduling my thesis defense as we speak. Okay. Sorry about that. Now we should be good to head back to the settlement. Apologies again if you can hear the neighbor's dogs. Okay, on south we go. Well, south and across, I should say. We'll have to shoot down a few more tomahawk throwers, but we're used to that by now. I'm really excited to get to courses, though, let me tell you. Because we ended up fighting technically 2 of its world bosses. I think it's a planet that has 3, because Ixylis is, or the Ixylises, I suppose, are meant to be fought no matter what on every campaign playthrough, or during every campaign playthrough. And so then Corsus is unique in that its world boss, you know, one of the 2 randomly selected, usually mechanically distinct fights that would serve as a world's final boss, actually appeared very early on, because it can appear anywhere during, or anywhere on a generated world. So we got the Unclean one right off the bat. That's like our introduction to Corsus. Now that ought to take care of them. On past the old auto shop. And through here. What do we have? If it's the Ash Yard, I'm going to be so disappointed. But it's probably going to be the Ash Yard, given that facade. I forget if it has a different entrance from the Ents dungeon, but or an Ents arena, but I'm scared to say I think it does. Yeah, damn it, I think this is the Ash Yard. Fucking hell. Okay. So we're not even going to bother with the dragon this time. We are just heading straight back to base and heading off to Corsus, because we have killed that thing 4 times. 4 times now. Or 3 times, sorry. Only got to fight the Ent once. That's the worst. That is the worst about a game with RNG like this, right? When you've drawn or you've experienced just about everything you really want to, there's just 1 or 2 things you're holding out for, and you cannot roll any of them to save your life. So I may have to do some of this off-stream. I'm not sure. It all depends on how available Potato will be. And the tolerance you guys have for me just running around the same environments trying to track down that one last boss, you know? But let's go back in. Now, apparently, I'm not sure about this, but I think I've heard that unlike the Undying King, in the Corsus adventure mode, you actually can fight the Iskall Queen, regardless of whether or not you've sided with her in your main campaign. I think. We'll see. I'm also curious to see exactly how effective our rad weapons are on the Iskall on normal. Because it seemed like even on hard, and even with 2 people playing, they didn't have a lot of health, at least in the face of our rad rifles. You know, it was advertised on, like, the back of the game box that Remnant has over 100 distinct enemy types, and without the DLC now, and not counting bosses, I believe. And I would believe that. It's got an astoundingly diverse roster of enemies, bosses, environments, encounters. As I've said before, I'm super impressed with this one. Oh, the hounds are back. Great. Oh yeah, we can make short work of Iskall units with this thing. First things first, though, as soon as we clear the immediate area of baddies. Let me take this stupid mask off and replace it with our Akari mask. Much better. Whoa. Man, the Hive Cannon's even effective against them. That's pretty impressive. Another zombie, just take their legs off and then use the spear to dispatch them. Whoop. Whoops. I was about to say, we've got friends. And at least our spear is very effective at stun locking individual enemies. I like that. What do we have here? Just another zombie, okay. Now, Adventure Mode, I believe, was first designed with Corsus in mind, as it was released concomitantly with the Swamps of Corsus DLC. And in fact, at the launch of the mode, I believe Corsus alone was the only planet with an Adventure Mode variant. Others were added over time. Allowing players to, run through the RNG with their current build and try to get encounters, dungeons, and gear they couldn't before. And I really like that they took the time to expand it to every world in the game. Man, the spear is so good.
Oh, it's over.
Not seen any destructibles yet, but I think that's because those are entirely the domain of those, semi-ruined elven villages here on Corsus. Gonna have to open that from the other side, of course. Oh, but looks like there's a merchant there. And it might or might not be the Skull Queen? Huh. If it's not, if it's the other merchant, that means we might be able to get some new Corsus exclusive gear. Okay, I actually like the Hive Cannon more and more with every use. Doesn't have a very high max ammo capacity, which, as you guys are probably well aware, frightens me, makes me uneasy. But, sweet Jesus, does it have stopping power. Whoa! There's the Skull Knight we heard spawning in. Let's apply just a little pressure. Okay, it's down, so aim for the vortex. And that's got him. Perfect. Now, since unlike in the campaign, each of these worlds in Adventure Mode it has but a single overworld map, I assume the hounds are going to be more common and the elves less common in this run-through. And it also appears this is the only way to go, so let's carry on. Oof! I thought I could roll over it, but no dice. Yeah, that's fine. Now, these zombies are pretty nasty until you take out their legs, which only takes a single hit with just about anything, apparently. Maybe not even necessarily a hit to the legs, too, because I'm pretty sure Potato and I have clocked them, as you may have seen just there, in the torso on more than a few occasions, and it just counted as a hit to the legs, bringing them down. Not like I'm complaining or anything, of course. Now, I do know, I forget exactly the context in which it's fought. I think it's fought in a tree village, But Corsus does have what is apparently one of the most ad-centric bosses in the entire game, which, given some of what we've seen, does give me pause, just a little, but apparently it's not very hard, just super reliant on its ads. Okay, Hound down. Apologies if you can hear the neighbor's hounds just barking and baying through all of this. It is past 9 o'clock at night and they're still going strong, because of course they are, why wouldn't they be? Breath of the Desert has very rarely done me wrong. Most of the time when it did, it's when I accidentally clocked Potato with it. Let's see, dungeons, definitely that away.
What is that?
It amazes me how my avatar is still constantly amazed and disgusted by creatures they've killed like 40, 50 times over. Guess it's like the amazing taste of like a really good salt and vinegar chip. You never quite get used to it, and it's always just as striking as the first time. At least in my experience. Been ages since I had some good salt and vinegar, and it's probably going to be ages until I do again, because I am, as I've mentioned before, on something of a diet of my own volition, just to try to get some of this weight off before I have to defend my thesis, so I can comfortably fit in my old school suits, you know? It has been a very, very long time. Oh, no. Oh, have we 2 dungeons here? Well, we certainly have 2 hounds. Anything else to explore back at the village? Oh. Oh, it's a grub mage. I love these guys. So we have to bring them down, and then shoot the grub enough to rupture it before it manages to dig up another host out of the swamp. Pretty cool. No, it doesn't look like we missed anything. I'm still so curious as to what these machines are actually doing. Are they pumping this viscous slop out of the ground in order to make the environment perhaps more habitable for the Iskall? Curious. Curious indeed. And yeah, this looks to be another dungeon. This one potentially an Iskall cave or hive. Well, let's see what we've got here. And let's hope and pray it's something new, you know? With the DLC, Corsus should have a ton of bosses, so I'm hoping there won't be any repeats. Oh no. This is Exilix, isn't it? No, Circlet Hatchery. No, it is not. No, Exilix would have had, a large checkpoint, a large, waystone. Okay, so this is a different dungeon. Very nice. Getting plenty of scrap, I approve. First time actually navigating a dungeon using this tile set, right? So it looks like there will be both elevated and ground level areas of this stage. Hey Zach, good evening. How's it going, man? I'm just running through some random Corsus dungeons because I wanted to see everything on this planet, and in the DLC we didn't get a chance to while playing with Potato. And after a very disappointing Earth run, I am down to get some new gear. How are you doing tonight? Or this morning, I don't know. I assume you'd be closer to my time zone. Let's see. I hear an elite of some kind. I also notice we have elves with shotguns here. That's fun. Did they detonate, or... No? These kind of hound-like creatures don't seem to do much anything at all. Oh no, it's a knight with a hammer. Okay, that's what we heard spawning. Oof. How they lead you. Zach says, yep, just enjoying my... Whoa! Shoot. Night before work. Okay, so, you work night shift or graveyard? I know that can be a rough gig, man, but if it's anything like a lot of the jobs of that nature I've heard, you probably get a little bit of extra pay for it, right? Because nobody wants to work the graveyard. What do we have? Iron and scrap. Zach says, oh no, I work tomorrow. Okay, I got you. My bad. Let's see. The shotgun-toting elves are just oddly humorous to me, and I can't quite put my finger on why. Oh, you're a banshee. Hi, hello. Not quite as strong as those from the Ixal hives. Ah, yes, and the things that are being hatched here. Hi- Whoa! Instant bleeding. Okay, these things are nasty. Good thing we've got bandages. Ooh, that's a lot of scrap. Don't mind if I do. So I see how this is gonna be. It's a small dungeon, but it's packed to the gills with very dangerous enemies, relatively speaking. And elves. Also, lots of tight quarters, kind of... Oh, that's not a good sound. Tight quarters, which kind of privilege the, There we go. The shotgun-toting elves and charging, vaguely canine-looking E-Skull beasts. Well, that clearly isn't the other elite that spawned. What? Oh, it's a knight. Good. Okay, I hear more of them. Get back, get back, get back. That ought to do it. Nice. I have very vague recollections from those old school boss analysis videos of seeing a Cultist boss that looked a little like one of those chargers. And I have a feeling that's probably what we're gonna be up against here. Oh! Those home in on us. Those are the Ixalis princes homing blast. Of course they are! Why wouldn't they be? Because everything in this dungeon just friggin' hates you, apparently. At least we're getting plenty of crystals out of it, you know? Oh, that was the elf growling like that. Good lord. What a bizarre place. It's the kind of environment that wouldn't look totally out of place in something like Resident Evil 7, you know? Just a little bit more eccentric than what you would associate with games like that. Whoa, ho, ho. Uh-oh. That's a knight. Leading the way as they do, and throwing its hammer directly into one of the hounds. Okay, not complaining. That was an error in my favor, so... Woo, Lord. How in the hell it landed like that, I have no idea. I'm gonna go ahead and take a screenshot of that. Well, the exciting thing is, at the end of this dungeon, we should have a brand new shiny mod and or piece of gear waiting for us. And I think we're closer to being done than we are to just getting started. I've liked this dungeon, though. I like what little I've seen of the Cultist dungeons overall. The E-Skull are a lot more interesting than your typical, like, Tyrannid-esque alien symbiote enemies. They play a lot more differently, too. You would expect them to fight in a swarm fashion, but they really don't. Instead, they've got very frail, very fast, high-damage units, backed up by some weak but accurate ranged units. Oh, hi. What on earth was that? Oh, he's using a crossbow. I see. How the hell did you get up there? Oh, they're wearing, like, proper Renaissance or medieval-style armor. That's curious. Also strange to see metal in such pristine condition on Cultist. Everything else looks completely coated over in verdigris and, well, frankly, in abominable condition. Lost Harpoon's really been delivering for us all through these past few streams. And now, depending on how Potato's work goes, he's working on a very, very important task right now. He will either be joining us for Yeisha tomorrow, the Undying King and then Yeisha, or I will be running through random Cultist maps and maybe trying out one of the different projects I've had on my desk for a while. We shall see. What do we have? Have we explored everything here? More of it than we haven't, anyhow. There should be a ring or piece of gear somewhere in the dungeon, though, so let's just keep running around until we discover that. Or usually they spawn a ring or piece of gear. Hi! Oh, they're usually brilliantly hidden. I think there are ranged and close combat variants of the Banshees. And what we've been encountering here are the close combat versions. Oh, my lord. That's not great. Hi. Oh, good night, you're big. Yo, elves, you guys okay with this? Woo! Okay. So big, lumbering, slow, but tanky as hell, and I have a feeling that thing would have demolished our health. Yeah, gotta say, about as stressful as the dungeon's been so far. Cool looking creature, though. Oh, what on earth is making that noise? Yet another elite. Good God. This dungeon's been more or less nothing but elite enemies, backed up with the occasional elf skirmishers. Oh, I hear a knight. That's great. Oof. Yeah, that really ain't good. That's alright. We can make it through this. Or did he just abandon his hammer altogether? You! No! Ah, thank you, stairs. And so all we're left with now is Fire Team Elf.
Oh, it's over.
They can't deal too much damage to us on their own, so we should be good now. And in fact, that may be all they wrote. Yeah. Anything good up here on this observation platform? Iron, I guess. Could always use some more. Given how, again, some of those late game upgrades are ludicrously expensive relative to what we're used to. Should be nearing... Yep, there's our exit. I think, right? No, that's just natural light. Okay. Oh, I heard some scuttling. What's scuttling? And another Banshee. I like how it's meant to mimic a humanoid creature before it reveals itself. It has, like, adaptive camouflage. Okay, so this back half of the hatchery is just full of elves. Wow. A ton of them. It's also interesting seeing them wearing, again, that relatively pristine metal armor and wielding advanced weapons, when the ones out in the swamp had, like, fur and leather armor and were wielding daggers and short swords. Are they, like, two separate civilizations? Were these elves kind of quote-unquote uplifted by the E-Skull, or vice versa? It's interesting. Oh! So they do have ranged capability, or melee capabilities. Yeah, indeed we are, and we're gonna have to heal again. Thanks to the overabundance of elves here. Whoa. And an elite just spawned. Good God. This is kind of reminding me of the Kari town from Rom. Just a short, geographically short, dense, but absolutely crammed dungeon. Well, what's the elite that spawned in? No, it's not. wish it was, but it's not. Not yet. Yeah, there it goes. Oh, it's that thing. Yeah, well, banshees we can deal with. There we go. Oh, and them too. Good. We're almost to the exit, I think. Yeah, that tunnel sneaking away to the south, that's gotta be it. Oh, really? Good God. Do elites spawn more frequently in the quote-unquote late-game planets dungeons? Or is the gimmick of this one, as I speculated, that it's just one massive gauntlet of enhanced enemies? Because I know this didn't happen to us in the Eastgall Hive we explored. But here, it's like every 3 seconds we hear that chime. What do we got? Who's up against us now? Banshee. Okay. Zex has no clue. Alright. Whoa! No, 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 no. Oh, and a knight. Great. He threw it straight into the wall right in front of him. That's kind of funny. At least we don't have to bring them down by firing into those, vortices on their necks. Like the unarmed variant. Okay. Now that we've... high again. At least these banshees have been giving us plenty of crystal. That'll come in handy for upgrading things like the harpoon. I see another banshee down there already. Good night. We might even need to use an ammo box before too long. There's been that many enemies. Oof. This has been a big one, kids. Scrap, scrap, iron, scrap. Yep, we'll take it all. Okay, so I think we may have explored all of that. We've not found a ring or an amulet or anything like that, though, which is usually present in a Remnant dungeon. So let's explore just a little more. And also, you know, look for the way out. I missed that iron when we came through here before. Funny. I was probably being chased by one of the on-site banshees. Ooh, also missed a chest. Lots of galvanized iron. Handy, handy. Scrap. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. Up and over we go. Well, hey, even if I have no idea where I'm going, still due south, it seems like. They want us to go south. I think that's the one section of the map I haven't explored very much at all. Because I kept getting chased away by ads. We want to go this way. It's a cool dungeon, though. I do like this one. I like this one a lot, even though it's Pretty taxing, even on normal. And I like the fact that we got plenty of reinforcement materials, you know. A reward fitting the amount of effort we put in. And the amount of dragon hearts. Let's just make sure we didn't miss anything here. And then let's press on, hoping and praying. Did I somehow miss even more iron up there? Oh no, that's a chest we haven't accessed yet. Well, that's where we want to be. I was about to say hoping and praying we don't hear the chime, but there it is. Oh god. Hi. Thank God these things don't share a lineage with cockroaches, or our radiation would be totally useless against them. Hey, a vial of bloodwort, and some hardened iron. Those are welcome prizes. Okay, now here we go. This would appear to be the path to the exit. And to the boss, which is probably going to be one of those superchargers, I think. Anything more up on this, like, central observation platform? Oh, I hate the prospect of missing, an accessory or something like that, though. Huh? That isn't it? Okay. Curious, so we got ourselves a little maze to run through. I'm game. Well, there were plenty of goodies in this wing. And I know we entered the maze from the very top of the dungeon, or near the top of the map, I should say. I think? Or the far west, one or the other. Oh, I'm clearly a genius at this, as you guys can tell. Now, we've been here. Hold on, we'll get it, I promise you. There's a boss to be fought here, and fought they shall be. No false walls or any of that. We're not dipping that deep into the Dark Souls well. Big central platform seems totally clear. It looks like we've cleared out most, if not all, of the enemies in the dungeon. This is the way whence we entered the place. So maybe heading to, like, the far opposite side of the map might do some good. Like, all the way around to the east. Because we'd been here. We got that chest. I remember that. Natural ambiance here is both really cool and a little unsettling. Hold on, I know this is absolutely tedious to watch, but we will find it. I promise you this. I mean, provided there is a boss, but why would there be a dungeon in a game like this with no boss and no significant encounter? That's just not the way it works. Right, this is where we fought all the elves. Are we meant to interact with any of this, or are we meant to potentially destroy all of these? No! No, they killed me! Oh my god, no! Oh lord, that's bad. That is so bad. Bad call on my part. Let me see. Circlet hatchery. Yeah. Okay. I was right, actually. What we want to do, and this is gonna be crazy, is destroy all of the hives. Yeah. Fighting through all of these nightmare creatures again. But, by so doing, we will earn ourselves a unique reward. And if we can destroy them all without getting hit by a single wisp that spawns from any of the hives, which I will tell you right now is not gonna happen, we get a special trait in addition to the special gear. So, okay. I'm down. Oh, no, 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 no! Well, at least we know what we're doing this time, and this is, in fact, not a dungeon, but one of those random events that can spawn into your world. I guess the clue was in the name. We're supposed to destroy all of the eggs in the hatchery. Or all of the hives. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. And of course, banshees are present around virtually every corner. And there we go. Nice and easy. Now. Oh no. We got a knight. One of the knights, anyhow. At least they're very vocal and make a point of announcing themselves. Oh! These things always travel in pairs. Gotta be careful, gotta be careful. Yep, there it is. Fortunately, in single combat, we can stun lock them as easy as anything else with our spear. Woo! Alright. Alright. Given how much we're going to have to fight through this time, I'm obliged to agree, actually. That was terrible. But hey, it'll get us a new trait. Well, trait if we do perfectly. Accessory, as long as we do it, period. I will be content with doing it, period, thanks. And I don't know if they translate, the destroyed hives from one session to the other. I have not the faintest clue. Since it seems like the changes we made to the environment, like destroying, crates and the like, do carry over, I would argue that, yeah. In fact, we will not be able to get the trait because we were killed by the wisps, but the hives we destroyed shall remain destroyed. Something else that Potato's little shield would have come in extra handy for.
Oh, it's over.
Nope, it's never over. Where is it? Let's go ahead and drink a bloodwort. Apart from the large, enhanced charger, that chime only ever plays for matrons and knights in here, or banshees and knights, and you will hear the knights coming a mile away. So if we hear the chime and then don't immediately hear screaming, it's a banshee. Ironically enough. Yep, that's Big Daddy Charger. Figured it showed up somewhere around here. Oh, and its carapace is resistant to more or less everything, really. I mean, understandable. Hey, stunned it. Which was an absolute lifesaver. Get out of here with your bloodborne ass cloak. We do not need that around here, no, sir. Now then. Hives. Where are they at? Near the Banshee, probably. Or past the Banshee. Whoop! Woo! Okay, so they can just tough straight through my spear. Tragically. No, this is not good. Heal, heal, heal. Woo, thank God. Had just enough time. Where'd the other one go, though? Did friendly fire from the Banshee bring it down?
Oh, it's over.
Potentially. Okay, so they seem to be tougher on their backs. They have a shell protecting them from behind. As all of those rad projectiles did absolutely jack to them. Let's see if we can't actually find those hives now. They were clustered into a couple distinct locations around the hatchery. What on earth? Oh yeah, these things. Right. They've always been arriving in pairs. They're one of the coolest designs for the kind of low-to-the-ground, rushing, hound-type enemies I've seen. No, 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 no. I was about to say, not a Banshee and a Knight together. That's awful! How did the hammer even make contact with us there? I don't even know that it did. Okay, now the Banshee. Happened to get involved with that last fracas at the absolute worst possible time. Okay, just an elf. Nothing to worry about there, just an elf. Woo!
Oh, that was terrible.
Here's one of our targets. Let's try to get some serious distance between us and them so that they charge us all in a nice, neat little row. Like so. Oh, hello. That's right, this area is also guarded by a team of elves. And a team of chargers, or whatever the hell we're supposed to call these. Okay. There's another hive. Oh, did we kill them all just by hitting it with the AoE? Shoot! Should have used that from the start then, eh? Hi, Banshee. Oh, our Breath of the Desert seems most effective if we launch it while she's still screaming. And therefore not charging straight through our fire. Yeah, look at that! A corrosive weapon will just destroy them all as soon as it makes contact with the hive. Well, hot damn! If we ever roll this dungeon again, and knowing me, I no doubt will, it'll be super easy to get that trait. Just use an E-Skull weapon. Use the hive cannon. Thanks, Exilus. Okay, they're down. We haven't destroyed all the hives yet. Oh, because there's one right over there. Still not all of them? Well, alright. Oof. Alright, we inflicted a little mutual damage there, but we still brought him down. That's all that matters. Hi, Banshee. Where on earth are you? There you are. Oh yeah, that makes like a night and day difference. I love how their little arms and legs curl up, just like real bugs when we bring them down. Okay. Just like in Hollow Knight, you know? Or just like enemies in Hollow Knight, I should say. Yeah, there we go. We got the Soul Ember Ring. That sure is a reward. And we do not get the trait because, again, we took damage from some of the wisps. That's fine, but we'll get it no problem when we, next tackle this dungeon. For now, though, let's, get the hell out. After maybe seeing what Soul Ember does. Oh, we've got a lot of rings, don't we? Summon health is reduced by 60%, but on death they'll explode, dealing 150 plus 15 damage per weapon level within 4 meters. Summons that explode normally will deal 25% bonus damage. Those who sit at the feet of the E-Skull learn to consume others as well. Well, alright. I will take it. That is not a half-bad reward. If one were running a summon-oriented build. Unfortunately, I'm not. But it's the kind of thing that might be useful, say, for Potato's build. Let's see what's in the more legitimate dungeons here, then. As that one was kind of a weird little one-off, which apparently every world has. You know, Earth had the Marrow Pass or Marrow Cave. Rom had the Purge Hall, like special event dungeons that get you unique little bits and bobs of equipment. Okay. Onward we go, this time to the north. Still don't have the simulacrum we need to perfect the beam cannon, but or beam rifle, sorry, but I dare say it deals more than enough damage as it is. I'm curious to know if they'll make me fight Axillus again at the end of this world, and how in the hell, even on normal, I would manage against the two of them, solo. Especially if we do fight them and end up going for the second boss weapon, which requires killing the two of them within 5 seconds of each other. Which would require just absurd boss health management on my part, but I guess we could give it a try. Okay, what's this one gonna be? This is the capillary. So another new dungeon, and another one likely to be packed to the gills with Yskull knights and elves. I'm intrigued. And I'm gonna take a drink before we dig in. Any guards that we can see? Yeah, oh! A very silent guard. And the elite we saw spawning in was, of course, a Banshee. They seem to be like the Yskull's go-to generals. And it's all too likely that another one just spawned in. Or, no, do these things count as elites? I don't know. They deal damage sufficient for the title. No? And was there just one that time? Damn sure can't afford to get hit by him even once. Oh, hey, some green leaf. That'll be handy if we come up against anything corrosion-based. Like, extensively corrosion-based. Sorry I'm taking so long to just go through and make sure we don't miss any scrap or anything. But hey, even if I'm not going to get brand new content necessarily, I definitely want to make sure we stock up on scrap and iron. And scrap, we've got over 44,000, so I think we're looking pretty good. Okay, that's probably a Banshee, right? Like right around the corner or something? Yep, hi. At least these things have a massive weak point. And man oh man, with the reload time on the rifle, I do wish the collect item button was not quite the same as the reload button. Oh no. At least he went wide that time. They're strangely coherent and appear to be totally sentient in a way at least a lot of the other E-Skull guards aren't. I'm sure the elves are still sentient, probably. They don't appear to have been heavily modified by the E-Skull. And Banshee again, we know how this goes. Oof. God, man. There we are. Really? Oh, these things hit so hard. So hard. And they are all over the place here. This might be the dungeon that has like a supercharger variant as a boss or something. It would be appropriate. Okay. More scrap. I'm happy. Happy enough with that. The capillary seems to have a relatively straightforward layout compared to the hatchery. Iron. Good. Lesser iron and scrap, we'll take it. Now whatever's lurking about down here. Also, where are my damn accessory and skill book? I'm getting greedy for equipment now. Well, there's the skill book, and there's a Banshee. Whoa! Did not know they could do that. Oh. Hi, elf. Oh, that's one of the big guys coming, isn't it? Yeah. Yep, sure is. Oh, with its variants. Great. Woo! It's on fire somehow? How'd it manage that? Is there any, like, environmental element around here that can ignite enemies? Not sure. Now let's be careful, because those hounds always seem to travel in pairs. And I do not recall killing a second one here. Iron, yes please. And a skill book, perfect. We should be close to the full total of skill points needed to max out our stamina trait at this point. How much health do we have, by the way? So the health or the vigor trait probably wouldn't help us all that much, truth be told. I think stamina would be far more helpful for what it's worth. Okay, where's the Banshee at? Unless it's one of the big guys. Or does the chime announce when pairs of these things collectively spawn? I guess that would make sense, given how goddamn damaging they are. Nope, that's a knight. Oh no. At least as long as you keep them in your sights perfectly and do not let them out of it for a second. The Knight's attacks are very clearly telegraphed and pretty easy to dodge. Oh, good. Banshee's back, too. So these two dungeons have had different layouts, but very, very, very similar enemy selection, which is unusual for Remnant. Oh, again? Yep, again. Do they really count as elites at this point when they're spawning like every 5-10 feet? Those are just normal enemies at that point, you know? Oh good, and the Hell Beasts are back. And we're almost out of ammo. What else just spawned? Oh, a knight. Okay. Alright. I'll go ahead and pop an ammo box then. A knight with some, mild pathfinding issues. Don't think so, buddy. Oh, what a slog. Okay, now to the platform we were on before we got chased off by about 3 consecutive teams of elites. Okay, they're all out of the way. Finally, so what's up here? Adrenaline and a bunch of iron and scrap. Okay. That should be helpful enough, I think. We're nearing the end of this one? No, we are not. Yikes. This is a super long and super dense dungeon. That's a new combo. Okay. Looking good so far. And there it is. The first elite of this encounter, but I promise you not the last. Oh, there's an entire army of elves guarding this passage. Yep, elite number 2 is on the way, and it's a knight. Let's hit him with both volleys, and there we go. We cleared out everything up here, yes. Yes. Whew. I don't mind these Skull Warren dungeons. I kind of like them, in fact. But man, oh man, do they have a ton of tanky enemies. coupled with really weak ones in the form of these elves. Really? What could the other elite possibly be? Oh, just another Banshee right across the room. Sure. Okay. Looks like we're almost there. Some extra materials around here. And what looks like one of these green glowing E-Skull zombies. They seem a little tougher than the standard, the ones we would find out in the overworld, but not by much. I wonder what their deal is. Banshee's down, or at least the first Banshee's down, I should say. Oh, is there really not that much more over here? There's our ring. Or amulet, or what have you. I was about to say I was getting worried. Hadn't found one so far. Burden of the Devoted. Okay, what is this? It looks gorgeous. Love that strong emerald hue. All damage dealt by the wearer is reduced by 15%. 50% of self-healing applies to allies. Oh. Alright, kind of useful if you're in a party. Once you join the E-Skull will protect you. The Vix Worm cares for its own. After a fashion, no doubt. That's true. I mean, hey, everybody here seems pretty happy, right? At least as far as they can articulate. So who am I to judge? I'm just here to loot. Okay, boss time. Oh, is this going to be the ad-reliant one in the massive, treehouse village? I think it is. I think it is. Okay. The Musk Forge. What a name. Oh, this place must absolutely reek, then. Let's go ahead and take them on. Yeah, that's it. That is the ad-reliant boss I've heard of. Oh, what a wicked design. The head reminds me kind of, strangely enough, of the Predator, you know, from the eponymous film with Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Thrall. So it's a corrosion mage. And one without an overabundance of health, so far. Okay, what's the gimmick here? What's the rub? The rub would be Banshees protecting it. That's nasty. Where's the thrall, though? Oh, I bet that's gonna be the challenge, locating the damn thing. Dude, you sure you're doing this right? Okay, so I guess it's teleporting to our location now because it's, like, going on the offensive, so to speak. Whoa! Well, we are in trouble, actually. Scary Rad boss is now doing scary rad things. Or, not rad. Corrosive! My bad. I'm the one giving myself corrosion status. There he is. Oh, we're corroded. Great. Great, great, great. Whoa! Good God! What was that? Okay, so he's really frail. He has, like, no way to directly defend himself. But he has an insanely potent, array of spells and pretty powerful backup. So tell you what, I'm gonna whip Spitfire back out because I think now, the flamethrower's gonna be more useful here than using the Iskal's own elemental affinity against them. Okay, where is the boss? There it is. There we go. Let's haul ass over to its platform. And now try to burn down the bugs while we can. Oh no, 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 no. How many of these does it plan on launching at a time? Thank God it's got next to no health, otherwise this would feel absolutely mad. Okay, yeah, this thing's dead. There we go. Alright, not bad at all. I see what they meant by, like, really reliant on its ads, because on its own, the Thrall couldn't do a damn thing to us. We got the Catalyst trait? Based on the image, something to do with our rings or accessories, perhaps? Status mod power generation. So mods only that pertain to status effects will be acquired by killing Canker or the Thrall on courses. You ask me, folks who trust in luck die fast. Better to make your own. Increases mod power generation when attacking an enemy with an active status effect. Okay. So all of these trait points, you know, are going straight into endurance. And then probably into max out recovery, why don't we? Since apparently we didn't already. And I'll keep Spitfire for as long as we're on courses, because as cool as the Hive Cannon is, I don't think using it against its own faction would be super useful in the end. Well, maybe not until we upgrade it, at any rate. Okay, so that wasn't bad. Little basic, but not bad at all. The Banshee ads are terrifying, but the boss himself, aside from that rain of corrosive lasers, was really quite weak. At least for me. I'm sure your own experience may vary based on your build and how far along your equipment is. But yeah. The Thrall was not bad at all. And we got the Swarm Tusk from it that can create a mod. The insects, listen to me, instinctively understand what it is to be one in mind and purpose. Well, alright then. Now this should spit us out near the merchant, or the Iskall Queen, one or the other, whichever NPC will greet us here. Yeah, that does not look like the Queen's throne at all. Instead, it's rather an eerie kind of vaguely memorial or graveyard looking place. Yeah, the swamp graveyard. Okay, then we have an NPC to talk to over here, the Gravekeeper.
Back, abomination! I want none of this!
An uncorrupted elf.
Wait. You are not of my kin. Never seen your kind before. Another world? You mean there is life beyond this wretched rock? Matters not. I doubt I will live to see it. How long do I have before I am taken? Moments. Ages. Oh, she will find me. And I will fall. Just like all my kin.
Let's get as much information as we can.
My kin were deceived into embracing the Iskall. A curse worse than death. It devoured my kin from the inside, turned them into horrid husks. Many of us fled rather than embrace the Iskall. But we have fallen. One by one. So for now I hide. Until I am found. It is comforting in a way to learn there are worlds beyond this one. May the Iskall never find them. If you have supplies, I am always willing to trade. I do not venture far from this place. It would please me greatly to see what you have brought from beyond our world.
Which here, of course, translates to random scrap metal.
If you desire it. Oh, it has saved me more than once. The Iskall is a disease. A hive mind parasite. The Vix worm. It transforms flesh into scales and shell until nothing of the host remains. Cessna, the queen, told us the Iskall would enlighten our kin. But it has doomed us all. I wish I knew. Our kin were thriving. We were on the brink of marvelous design. Then Cessna came, preaching spiritual unity and a greater purpose. She said only through Iskall would we reach our destiny.
Huh, so the Root didn't even attack this world. Outright, anyhow.
All gone now. When I fled, I hid here, among our dead. I discovered that my kin claimed by the Iskall dare not come here. Perhaps there is something left of them in those husks, keeping abominations from sullying this hallowed ground. I do not believe even Cessna could step foot here now. Cessna's charming words drew zealots to her. Her influence spread Iskall to our noblest kin. Soon, the remaining few who refused the Iskall were sentenced to death. I had no choice but...
Okay, so there's some remnant or vestige of an elven government aside from the Iskall, but they've been completely indoctrinated.
wishes to devour us all. There is nothing left of them in those mindless husks. Their essence died long ago. Were I to remove the Iskall, they would crumble into dust.
Let's see what she has to sell.
It is not much to taste, but it will keep your eyes sharp.
I suppose that's all this NPC can do for us. Anti-serum that neutralizes the parasite effect. Okay, that must have been introduced by the DLC. And then a beetle extract that increases stamina regen. And Lasts 60 minutes and will stay in effect after death. That sounds pretty good. We might want to buy some of it, but it's pretty pricey. Meanwhile, as far as trinkets, she offers the Grim Coil. Reloading a weapon after dealing at least 40% of the base damage from a single magazine increases damage by 7% for 20 seconds. Stacks 3 times. We'll buy it, if only because I'm collecting all the equipment I possibly can. Is there anything of interest in here?
Only a few of my remaining treasures.
Oh, do we maybe want to sell something to her? Materials and the like. Well, adrenaline. We'll sell her some adrenaline. And some bandages and green leaf.
Tread light.
Let me see. Hold on. How do we access the shack? The graveyard elf. Okay. Talk to me, Wiki. Okay, so she is the last uncorrupted elf on Corsus, and if we run into the Queen here, the adventure mode variant of the Queen, which is apparently a totally separate encounter, she will ask us to help in corrupting and infecting the elf. And that's apparently how we access the inside of her hut, so help monsters, become a monster, and maybe you get some halfway decent gear out of it. Oh, that's dire. Well, okay. Onward then to what will probably be our last dungeon here, but hold on. Hold on, wait, no, it's past 10 o'clock, so I'm going to have to take some of my 24-hour insulin and probably grab another drink. Be right back. Give me just a minute, y'all. And we're back. Sorry about that. We are now ready to carry on. First things first, before, got about 30 minutes left of the stream, I think I will be good to sit that out. Or bear that out, sorry. We've got one dungeon left on courses, and I think we can tackle it in that amount of time. What we're going to want to do is upgrade our equipment as far as we can so far, and then turn in our mod, or turn in the Fang for the mod. So let's go talk to our specialists. Fingers crossed, y'all, we will never want for scrap again. Maybe go ahead and upgrade the hive cannon a bit more, because it is a powerful, powerful tool. And then our Akari garb, we'll get all of this up to plus 19 if we can. Still don't have the simulacrum we would need to make it, perfect. But we're getting there. And maybe while we're at it, go ahead and improve the Defiler a little, so we have options as far as side weapons go. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do for now.
Be safe out there.
Keep moving. What?
Now, what mod can we pick up here? Swarm. Unleash insects that will seek after enemies within 20 meters and repeatedly attack, dealing 5 corrosive damage per hit. Lasts 15 seconds. I gotta say, that's pretty good.
We're done here?
Maybe if I ever equip a sidearm that I can, independently assign a mod to, I can throw it on, because that sounds like the perfect complement to Breath of the Desert. So, yeah, let's head back to our last checkpoint, and then move on to the world boss, which I suppose, as it can't be Ixillis, or probably won't be Ixillis, it's going to be the Unclean one, some alternate boss, or the E-Skull Queen, who I know was added as a world boss by the Swamps of Courses DLC. And I think she may only appear here, especially as a boss, on adventure mode, or on an adventure world. So let's head south and see what we've got. Okay, so we've got hounds and zombies, same mobs that spawned in the first half of the world. Not a big deal then. You can tell from the blue skin that these were once elves a very, very, very long time ago. Whoa, hey there, buddy. So it looks like we're approaching one of the slightly more populated village areas. Or slightly more developed, I should say. And somewhere around here will probably be more of that delightful E-Skull propaganda we've seen all over the place. There we are. Okay, we've got zombies in here. That's not too bad. Looks like, yeah, it is just going to be a lot of the same mobs until we hit our world boss dungeon. Not a problem. Come on out. Oh, fitting for the area around a graveyard. They're just crawling up out of the ground here. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Not seeing any, like, overworld elites in this little district so far. Ow. Though these things are doing more than enough damage to me, getting sloppy. Oh, I think I see a skill book over there. We definitely want that. Thank you, thank you. We definitely want that. What trait level does that bring us to? 163. Wow, Lord. We're snatching them up like it's nothing. Hold on, I just heard the elite spawn jingle there. Oh, it's just a grub mage. Love these guys.
It's over.
So it looks like we have to make our way through one more little section of this village. And then it should be world boss time. Not seeing any, like, more or less intact elves out here. Get ready for it. I think I saw a hound somewhere around here. No? There's one. Zombies are quite quick before you bring them down.
Come on.
Hence why that should always be the priority. Let me have a look-see here. No, we don't want to deal with that. Oh, hey! Some equipment. The Butcher's Fetish. Well, alright. Oh, it is a removed eyeball. That's new. On a necklace. Never seen an enemy grapple us and initiate a quick-time event like that. Okay, he's down and should be vulnerable. Yep. Alrighty then. What's up on and around this platform then? I already see our dungeon over there, which may just be taking us back to the Unclean one. Not sure. If it is, we can try, desperately try, to deal with his second more difficult moveset and get the weapon earned by defeating him in the basement. Which I'm pretty sure is just going to be his hammer, or one of the All Knight's hammers. Probably a bit too heavy for this build, but nice all the same. Alright, what do you got? Yeah, I mean, this looks like it just leads deeper into the swamp, so probably Shrek. It is Shrek indeed, I think. Yeah, yeah. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna have to sneak on down and kill it in the basement if we want our new goodie. Butcher's Bothy. Or Bothy. Alright. Let's get ready to sneak. This one, admittedly, may take me a few tries. Is this one even an Iskall creature, or do you think it's some kind of other life form, like a predatory life form that happened to evolve on Corsus? It seems just a little different. Okay. We want to just climb inside here. And then wait. The attack I have to watch out for is this crazy ground pound he performs. Alright, let's do this thing. Showtime, Shrek! Remember, we want to aim for the butt. Oh, here he goes. How on earth does that work? How do we dodge that? Because it looks like it damages or has a hitbox of the entire arena. Do we have to interrupt it somehow? Stagger him? Knock the hammer out of his hand? Something like that? Well, alright. Let's try this again. Its standard melee attacks are nothing major to deal with. If we could bring down an Iskall Knight, we could bring down the Unclean one. With the exception of the ground pound. It looks like there's nothing in the environment we can really interact with to stop him, so I guess we just have to wail away at him to try to get him to drop his guard. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? Oh, here it comes. Oh, we have to roll straight through it. Oh! Oh, that is so nasty. Okay, so we have to perfectly roll through that every time. Oof. Oof, 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 oof. Oh, but it's worth it. It's gonna give me a new weapon. And it looks like, as something of a trade-off, he and his weak point are going to be perfectly exposed throughout the entire procedure. Okay. Okay, if we could handle Ixillis, we could handle this. This is still not that bad. Okay. Third try, let's go. Here we go. Oof. Oh, it threw the hammer. It's got spares. Why wouldn't it? It's a butcher. It's a professional. Just focus on that butt. Oh, and now it's spinning. I remember this attack from the main boss battle. Maybe we want to keep it from destroying all the supports. Down here. Whoa! I do not remember that bit, though. Woo! Oh, no. So without its ads, it's... Oh god, here it comes. Ugh. Got it. Whoa, what the shit? That's a crazy attack. Yeah, we're probably not gonna get it this round, but we're learning the fight, which is a very different fight than his standard one. Oh, it's throwing me like the worst Dark Souls bosses. There's delays to virtually all of his attacks, or in all of his telegraphs. Oh no. So he's gonna spin around, and at the end of this, he's gonna chuck the hammer right at us. Like so. Fucking hell! This probably isn't gonna be the run, but at least we're doing far better this time. Oh, that's the worst attack. So there's variable intervals between his slams, and I think, well, there is a pair of auditory cues associated with the slam. There's like that sharp kind of metallic keening you can hear, and then there's his speech. I think he stops talking just before he drops the hammer each time, but even still, Jesus Christ, that's hard. And he has, given we're playing on normal, this form of him has probably more health than any other boss I've seen in the game so far. Usually, the bosses themselves, like, when you actually focus on them, aside from their ads, don't have too terribly much health. Claviger had a good amount. But this guy has a lot. And I am, of course, pretty sure it had less health, when we were fighting it on the upper floor with all of its ads present. Okay, let's do this thing. At least it does, like, give us openings more or less constantly. Here it comes. Ugh! Fucking hell! Just... I don't know how to time that. I'm gonna check really quickly out of curiosity more than anything else just to see. Is there a better strategy than that for dealing with that attack? Okay, no, apparently we just have to dodge them with picture-perfect timing. Well, alright. I'll accept that. Okay, let's try that again. As many times as it takes. Or at least a few more attempts tonight. Alright, hi again. Here it comes. Okay. Got a little overeager there, but still, we did the job. Okay, he's going to get hammer number 2 now. I do like how most of his attacks in this phase, or in this fight, ultimately end with him just chucking his hammer at us in frustration. He's saying something, I just have no earthly idea what it could be. Oh, fuck, I'm always early on that one. Oh no. Jesus H. Every time. Oh no. No! He just... For a big, slow guy who moves at, like, the pace of molasses, he attacks lightning quick. He doesn't move very quickly, but good God, when those attacks come out, they come out. I guess we'll take some more armor piercer, not sure what good that would do. And I know I have no armor better than this, or anywhere near, because our Akari armor is so thoroughly leveled up. Is there anything that could potentially deal more damage to this guy? The answer would be yes, almost everything but Spitfire. The Defiler, maybe. I wonder if the Veil of the Black Tear would actually work on that, or if it counts as a melee attack. Okay. I don't think any modification there is going to do as much good yet. Alright, we'll try this maybe 2 more times tonight, and then call it. Thanks to everybody, of course, who's been along for the ride on Twitch, or catching this after the fact on YouTube. These are late-night chill streams, something I'm kind of experimenting with right now, so let me know in the comments on YouTube, if you're watching this there, if this is your kind of thing, and if you would like to see more. It is so strange, though, that they gave this boss, like, a nigh unavoidable, repeatable, insta-kill attack, but that's been the thing with a lot of Remnant's bosses. Like, they've got beautiful visual designs, cool mechanics for the most part, great rewards, and there's usually, like, the Exilus Princes and, like, well, most of the root bosses, there's, like, one little gimmick that just makes them kind of frustrating, or more frustrating than they should be, I should say. Fuck! He alters the telegraph, or the length of the telegraph, every single time. Sometimes it's like 1 second between slams, sometimes it's 3. It's so hard to deal with something like that when the penalty for taking, 2 hits is, like, instant failure. Hold on, I may have an idea here. All healing effectiveness by 50%. Is there anything that's going to make my evade more generous? No? Already wearing the Ring of Evasion. No, let me see. That's the one that works on slides. Ring of Illusion. Perfect dodging. Enemy attacks refund stamina and reduces stamina cost. Moderately increases... No, we've already got that one. Damn it. Well, it looks like we don't. We're just gonna have to tough this out then, ain't we? Alright. All of this for a melee weapon we're probably not gonna use, but hey... That's what collectathon sessions are for, right? One last attempt for tonight. It's okay if we don't get it. We'll just start off our next stream with it. Here we go. Ah! Ah! Like, it feels as though... Sorry, I'm gonna have to try once more, because that's some bullshit. As soon as he starts the downswing, like, and this is indeed what the wiki said, you're supposed to dodge, right? But it almost feels like the telegraph doesn't give you enough time. I mean, technically it does, of course, but it is such a narrow window. Lord. Alright, we'll try this again. What? No! I didn't mean to initiate this fight. How? From touching one of the pots? I don't get it. Oh, great, so we've got to let him kill us now. Great. Fantastic. Well, go ahead, then. Do your worst. Now, hopefully we didn't just lock ourselves out of the alt kill. I don't think we did, no. Huh? What did we do differently? Is he just permanently going to aggro when we walk inside now? I don't really know what happened. Did we technically walk too far into the house? Like, did we get too near his station? I am stupefied. Hopefully we didn't lock ourselves out of the good stuff. Okay, guess you just have to be really careful with the path you trace. And once we're towards the basement, I guess we're home free. Alright. Okie dokie. None of those really seem to help, so I guess... Alright, once more for tonight. Let's see if we can't get this damn dodge timing down. Alright, he's going to go for the slams now, most likely. Nope! Oh no, he went for a toss first. That's strangely sporting of him. Oh, here they come. Fuck! I just gotta keep trying, because this is some horse shit. And this is on normal, too. Imagine, if we were playing on hard, this thing would be one-shotting me. With an attack, we can't interrupt. Comes out at varying intervals. And doesn't really seem to have a very detailed telegraph. Okay, that's alright though. That is fine. That is just fine. Another alternative would be leveling up like some crazy heavy armor and seeing if the added damage resistance wouldn't do us some good, which is what we'll try next stream if this doesn't work. Fuck. Shit! Sometimes it's immediate, sometimes it's not. And there seems to be no indication as to when he's gonna drop the hammer. Didn't think fighting this thing again would be so difficult, and I'm sure the main fight, like this version, would not be. And unfortunately, it is largely armored except from the very back, meaning Breath of the Desert is less useful here than it would normally be. And I don't think the Veil would work either, because of his considerable... Or no, because of the considerable hitbox of the attack, technically it affects the entire floor, and is probably considered a melee attack. So, that protection would do us no good at all. There we go. Whoa! Alright, we only get... Seriously? Dude, chill out. Oh, the timing, oh, the timing. How many of these things does he have? Oh no, so he's gonna spin, and then he's gonna toss. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, just keep tossing the hammer around, please. Just don't... Oh, fuck, do that. Oh, fuck. Spinning again. Alright, alright, alright. Last Dragonheart. Probably not gonna be the one, but a better run to be sure. Fucking hell! Alright, since I apparently just can't give up, let's give it one more shot. We got him very, very close that time. And of course they gave him an attack that allows him to instantly punish you if you happen to exploit the most dangerous attack he uses to get valuable damage dealt to his weak spot. Because you're not supposed to do that. You're just supposed to wait and take like 3 hours to bring this stupid fucking thing down. And your reward? A melee weapon. Apparently a decent one, but not a fantastic one like the spear. The spear we got pretty easily. Let's go ahead and get our flamethrower ready, because that fire damage was actually doing right by us. Okay, he's already run into the wall. That's kind of good, I think, actually. And here it comes. Shit! If he decides to drop the hammer twice in succession, that's it. It's over. You can't heal, nothing. And of course you can't fucking dodge it, because the timing is razor thin. Good night. After a pretty breezy stream, I was not expecting this. I was not expecting this at all. And this is with almost fully upgraded arms and armor. I can't imagine doing this the first time we would have met this guy. I think Potato made the right choice by saying, yeah, let's just leave this and go for the standard weapon. What?! So if you're just behind him at any point after he throws or drops the hammer, then he'll just throw it at you and instant kill. Okay, yeah, sorry. So it's a terrible point to leave it at, but I think we will leave tonight's stream here, with a special thanks to everyone who's joined me live and anybody catching this after the fact on YouTube. But I might have to come back later, I don't know, like with Potato's help or something, to actually get this. I am at the end of my rope. But, hey, we did manage to collect a couple more pieces of unique gear, which is exactly what we're looking for here on Remnant, and I think we're going to be in pretty good shape moving forward into Yaesha. So until next time, which will be sometime tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all, and have a wonderful rest of your evening. Bye-bye!